Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to my channel, and today I'm going to show you how to make a quiz app using React and OpenTrivia API. So our app is gonna look something like this. We'll have question at the top and then four options. So we can click whichever option we want, and it's gonna tell us whether which was the correct option, and then we can go to the next question. So let me just randomly select question options. Uh, So it will have some four, like 10 question, and it will tell us at the end what is our score after each game. So this is what we are gonna be building, and let's first create a project. So let me pull up my terminal. Our project, we can create a project using npx create react app, and then in the name of the project it will set up all the dependencies for your project, and then you can go inside that project, and then we also want to install axios. So npm install axios and dash dash save. It will save that dependency, and then we can use code to open the Visual Studio Code. So I've already opened my editor here. Let me just open this. So these are editor. So our app is gonna look something like the project is gonna look something like this. I've removed other files that we are not gonna need it, and so let me just remove this. Let's not remove the. Let's remove the header part and type test and save it, and also remove the logo, and then inside index.js we will remove this and remove the server worker as well. So yeah, so I will, and then inside the press Ctrl J, and then this will open the terminal for you, and then type npm start. So our project is also already running. So our project is gonna look like this test, and yeah. So we will be building from this. So let's first look at the OpenTrivia DB API. So this is the OpenTrivia DB API, and there's you select the number of questions, how many questions you want, and then the category. So I've selected science and computers. You can select whatever you want. Then difficulty level easy, medium, hard, and multiple choice or true, false, or whatever type you want. So I've selected multiple choice, and then the default encoding. You just click on generate API URL, and then it will generate the API URL at the top. And if you just copy this and check it in your browser, then then the JSON data written by this object is gonna look something like this. So we have this results array, which consists an array of objects. So you can see inside this each object, this is one question and then the correct answer, and then the incorrect answers, the array of incorrect answers. So these are four options we have. So yeah, so this is the data, and let's start building our app. So so let's first go inside app.js, and we remove this, and let's create one container. So what we are gonna do is let's give this a name of container, and inside this container we are gonna have one div, and inside this div we are gonna have one header for the question. So this is a question. Let's save it, and after this div we are gonna have another div, and inside this div we are gonna have four buttons. So let's give it button one. Let's paste it, copy paste it. So our four button is gonna look like this. So let's also give this a class name to style this. So let me call this as a question class, and let's call this div as a class name as button overall, and let's also give this button name. Let's call this normal button. normal button. Cool. So now let's go ahead and style this. So what we are gonna do is we will go inside app.css. So we are gonna remove this. So I just want to do one thing before removing this. I'll just copy this background color and paste it inside the index.css here and save it. So our background color will become inside this body. It will totally be this color. And let's just close this. And now we can remove everything from here. Now let's first style this container. So dot container, let's give it a min height of 100 view height. Okay, and then also give it a display of flex. Save it, and then flex direction column. Save it, and then align items center. Save it. It will align the items in the center of this. Basically horizontally it will align the items, and if we give justify content center, then vertically it will align. So yeah, so justify center and center, and then yeah, so that's for now. And let's give the class of question class. Let's give it a background color of white. Okay, and then let's give it a border radius of 10 pixel. Cool. And then let's also give this border of 1 pixel solid gray. Okay, and after that let's give it a padding of 16 pixel. Cool. And let's give it a margin of 10 pixel and auto. Okay, cool. And then after that let's give it a min width of 400 pixel and max width of 900 pixel. So so let's also give this text align. You can see this text is not aligned centrally. Text align center. Now it will be aligned center. And inside this right now this is of black color, you can see, but I want this to be of same color as here. So let's copy this color. Okay, let me just write it down on color, and then give it a hashtag 282 334. Yeah. Now these background and this text is of same color. Okay, so this is our question class, and now let's go to dot button overall, and let's create two columns. So column count and give it 2. Okay, and then what we can do is give it a padding of 20 pixel and 450 pixel to make them in the center. So these are our buttons, and then let's give it a normal button. So all these style these buttons. So dot normal button. Let's give this a background color of white. Okay, let's give this a width of 380 pixel, and I think we have not yeah, so let me just paste this 4 times, like 3 times more, because we want to have the styling same on all 4 options. So let me just copy and paste this, save it. Good. So I've got CSS. Yeah, so let me just Width is 380 pixel. Let's give it a padding of 8 pixel. Nice. And a margin of 24 pixel. Good. And give it a color of orange. Okay. Let's increase the font weight. Font weight should be a little bit bolder. And font size larger. Good. And then also let me along with width specify the height of 50 pixel. Okay, now let's also give this a border radius of 10 pixel. Cool. So let's remove this outline. When you click on this, there is no outline now. Also, let me remove this border. Now there is no border. And justify content center. Already centered, but yeah. So this is our button, and let me just add the hovering effect. So dot normal button and hover. So when we are hovering over it, we are gonna give transform shade of 1.1, and let's save it and see. So if we hover over it, we are gonna get this. Somehow I don't know if you just hover over it, just shift by height. I don't know why it's happening. So just to cope up with this, what we can do is we can give a transition and transition transform 20 millisecond is enough. So if we just hover over it, it will take some time, and the effect goes. I don't know why that was funny, but yeah. So if we use this, and let's also give this cursor pointer. So when you hover over it, the cursor becomes pointer. So okay, for now what we can do is let's go to the app.js, and what we can do is we can create one component for this. So I've already created one component, questionnaire.js. Let me just clear this and write again. So RFCE and press tab, so it will create the questionnaire component for us. Now let's move all of this inside the questionnaire component. So instead of div tag, I prefer this because it's not gonna create extra div for us. I'm now gonna place it over here. Now what we can do is just press tab and once again. And yeah, so let's save it and import the questionnaire from /components/questionnaire. So save it and call it here. Cool. Now our app is looking like what it was looking earlier. Now what we need to do is call this API. So let me just copy paste this API over here. So let's give this a name of API URL. So const API URL and paste this, save this. Okay. So our app is now coming. Okay, now what we need to do is we need to load the data. We need to initialize some state and also load this data from the API. So we gonna use two hooks. One is a use state and another is a use effect. So now our inside this contact. So we are gonna first create the state. So one is questions set questions and use state and give an empty array and also define one state of index. So current index set current index and then use state of current index will be 0. So we have initialized questions with an empty array and current index is 0, and now we are gonna use our use effect hook. So use effect hook. So our hook is gonna look something like this, and then just after that, so we have to just don't forget to initialize this because we assign the dependency over the state over here. So since we don't have any dependency, so we will keep this empty. So just don't remove this. We have to initialize this. Okay, like this. Okay, because if you just remove this, then the questions will keep on changing, and you won't be able to do anything. So yeah, this is for that. So this tells us that our this use effect is not dependent on any state. So this won't load again and again. So inside this use effect, we are going to use our axios dot get and then API underscore URL. So you can see it automatically imported axios. So dot get and then response and plus dot data, and after that dot then the data that we got. What we can do is set questions with data dot results. So what I'm doing here is you can see the data that we are getting is this, and the data dot results will give us the array. So this is the array that we are getting over here, and then we have set our questions to this array of objects, and then we can basically pass this questions data over here. So what we can do is there are two ways. So we can just directly pass questions with current index. So let me just show you. So let me just define this variable data and equals to questions and then current index. Let me just save this. Our app will remain the same. Okay, and then what we can do is a questionnaire .js inside this. We can use the two ways that I was telling you is we can use props, and then we can call here props dot question and then props dot correct answer and props dot incorrect answer like this. But instead what we can do is we can destructure it directly here only. So how we can destructure is we can call data and restructure it here question and then comma correct underscore answer and then incorrect underscore answers. I guess this was it, right? Incorrect answers. Yeah. So we have used this. Now let's just use it over here. So we can just directly say question, and here instead of button 1 we can say correct answer. Let me just copy this directly here, and here we can say here we can say incorrect answers. This is the array, so we can say 0 1 2. Just full screen this. I'm just gonna copy and paste this. So 0 and then 1, then 2 here. Save this and let's just see. Okay, incorrect. Okay, so that was just an extra bracket over here, but now we are getting a different error. Cannot read property. Question of undefined. Okay, undefined. So I think the issue over here is whenever we are loading these questions, it is the API is still fetching the data, and when it is fetching, this is not receiving any data. That's why it is undefined. So what we can do is to cope up with this, we can use questions dot length, and if it is greater than 0, then we can just show this, otherwise we can just say loading. So we will just cut this and paste it here. So you can see initially whenever it was loading, this black color. Let me just, what we can do is inside app.css dot container, let's specify the color of white, and also wrap this inside this container. So div class container and load this inside this. So you can see it is loading. Also let's give it a font size. So let me just give it a font size in app.css. So whenever we load this, we'll get this. I think I don't like this. It is giving us quotation marks. So instead, let's move this. Cool. So whenever we are reloading, we are getting loading and then a question. Okay, nice. And you can see we are getting the question as well as our options. Okay, but if you see, observe over here, we are getting this gibberish data. So what we can do is this is mainly because it is not inner HTML is not set properly. So what we can use is we can use this tag previously set inner HTML, and what we do is inside this, let me just full screen this, and we have this HTML and we provide this as question. So question, and so now you can see we will not get the gibberish data. So let's just check the MP3. So we are not getting, that's for sure. Even here we are not getting any gibberish data. Let's check again. Okay, we are not getting it in the question, but we are getting it in the option. So similarly we have to do this here. So we can use dangerously set inner HTML over here as well, and then instead of question we can just provide correct answer and remove this. Okay, and yeah, if you just see now here the for loops is coming and these three are not. So we can solve this by this. So before just copy pasting this over here and doing this, I just want to bring this to your note that correct answer is always set at the first property at the as the first button, and then the incorrect answers. So we want to shuffle it like not the we don't want correct answer to be the first option. It can be anywhere of the four options, right? So we need to shuffle it. So how we can shuffle it? So we can shuffle it directly when we are loading this data. So what we can do is instead of directly set questions data dot results, let's modify our data a bit. So what we can do is we can create one object. Let's give this name questions only. We can give with whatever we want, and that data dot results dot map, and inside this we will get one object. So one object, let's call this question, and inside this question we will have so we will keep all the data as it is, the whatever data we are getting, and we will create another property inside that object, and let's give answers, and this will be an answer of all the. So this will be an array consisting of all the answers. So it will be consisting of the correct answer, correct underscore answer, as well as incorrect answers. So incorrect answers. Okay, just note we also need to do this question dot, right? Question dot, because that's part of this question object. So question dot correct answer, question dot incorrect answer, and yeah. So dot map questions. Okay, and after this in this also first will be the correct answer, and then the remaining will be incorrect answer. So we need to shuffle this now. So we can shuffle it using dot sort, and now inside this we can do math dot random and minus 0.5. So what we'll do is math dot random will give us a number between 0 to 1, and minus 0.5 will basically give us a number between minus 0.5 to 0.5. So it will either be in increasing order or decreasing order. So it will basically sort that, and our array will be of all the answers. So it will sort that. So yeah. So this is the basic gist of this, and then after that, instead of data dot results, we will just put it questions and save it. So yeah, let me just view and build up. Okay, what did I do? Oh, yeah. I think I can remove this mini map. I don't know this. Good. So this is a where did it go? Yeah. So you can see the we use the use effect, and now questions before initialization. Okay, and inside this instead of incorrect answers, yeah, let me first change this. I think the issue is with this only. So let me just remove these answers, like instead of incorrect answers we want is answers, all the answers, and we will also be wanting the correct answer. Why correct answer? Because we want to check whether the answer is correct or not, and then increase our score. So we have not done that yet. We will do this, just give me some time. So inside this button overall class, what we can do is we can do questions dot map, and then assign these each of the answers to the button. So we are gonna do something like this, that we can use sorry, not questions dot map, answers dot map, answers dot map, and then inside this we will take one answer and the index of that, and then the array function, and inside this we are gonna return this button. So let me just write it this way and remove all of these, and instead of correct answer you will just showing the answer. Now let's see. Okay, cannot access questions before initialization. To select questions. Where are we making a mistake? Questions. Okay. Okay, yeah, found the error. So this is because I misspelled the questions. So you just save it, and you can see now our app is running. So let me just show you in full screen. So now what we have to do is so our the buttons are hovering, but we want to have some effect, like whenever we click on this, it will increase a question, like shows the next question, and at the end shows the score. So what we can do is we can create a handler. So it's a define one handler. So and answer. Okay, and so what it will check is it will also check whether the answer is correct or not. So answer, it will take the answer that we have chosen, and then it will check if the answer that we have chosen is equals to questions current index dot correct answer. If this is that, then what we are going to do is set a score to set a score. Okay, we have not defined our score, so we have to create this state set score and set score and use get 0. So what we are doing is basically we are at the end of the game, we want to have this to show the score. So we have defined one state score set score. So inside this handle answer, we are gonna check the answer that we are gonna click, whether it is correct or not, and then we will increase the score to 1. Set score is 4 plus 1, and after that what we are going to do is set current index equals to current index plus 1. So you might be thinking what you are doing, so we are just doing this only. So and inside this questionnaire, first we need to inside this app.js, let me pass this handle answer to our child component, and we are gonna restructure it here under answer, and then yeah, and inside this class name, let's give this one click. And the answer, we are going to pass our answer and pass this. Yeah. So yeah, that is what we are going to do. Let me just save this and full screen this. So if we just, and the answer is not a function. Okay, I think I did not save this. Yeah, so I did not save this file, that's why this was happening. So if we just click on, you can see it is showing us the next question, and yeah, and then it breaks. Okay, so this is happening because we did not check, because what is happening, as the questions are ending, then it doesn't have anything to show, so that's why it's breaking. So what we need to do is we need to handle that. So what we can do is so after this questions dot length, inside this container, what we can do is we are gonna check if current index is greater than equal to questions dot length, and if it is greater than that, then what we are gonna do is we are gonna give h1 of game. Let me just write it in here. Game ended, and your score is good. And we are gonna just save this, and if it is not that, then we are just gonna copy this part and paste it over here, and save. I think just trying. Okay, yeah. Cool, let's try it out. So yeah, game ended, and at the end it will show our score. Cool. So this is our app for now. Now what we want to do is, so what we want to do is, in our original app, if you see, whenever we click on any question, it will show us the what was the correct option, and after then only it will just after then we click on next question, it will show us the next question. So we want we want to check whether what we answered was correct or not. So how we can do this is so I think we can create another handler. So first I think we have to create one state for show answers, and then set show answers, and use state. So initially we are gonna set it to false, like we don't want to show the answers, and then what we can do is const and then next question, and what we are going to do is inside this function handle next question, First, we are gonna remove this set current index and keep it over here. And also, so after we check whether the answer was correct or not, we will show the answer. So what we are gonna do is set show answers, and we are gonna give it is to true. So we want to show the answers. It is true, and then we click on the next question. So we will create a button. So when we click on that, it will handle the next question. It will change the current question to the next question, and for that set show answers will be false. So again we are gonna do this. Okay, and also one more thing. So whenever we are checking, we just want to make sure if we whenever we are shown the right answer, we don't want the user to click on that and increase his or her score by one. So what we are gonna do is we are gonna check if the show answer is false, then only increase it by 1. Okay, so yeah, so I think our handle answer is done. Then handle next question, we will just pass it like we have passed. Okay, we have passed this. Now we are gonna handle next question. And also let me pass this to answers state variable. So because we will need it, I'll tell you why. So show answer we have passed, handle next question we have passed, and what we will do is at the end of the button return, we can do is we can show one button tag. So when we are ending this after this div, so this div is the last. This is for this button overall, yeah. And after this div, we can show one button. So first we will check if the show answer is true or not. So if show answer is true, then only the next whatever we are writing, it will click, like it will show. So we are gonna show one button, and inside this button we are going to give this on click property, and on click equals to handle next question, and also let's give it a class name of next question, and the name of the button will be next. Did we make any mistake? Unterminated. I think we made some mistake, so let's check. I think, yeah, somehow we removed this. Yeah, now let's check. Okay, now if we click on this, the next question is showing. Yeah, that's what we wanted. Cool. But we also wanted to show the whether the color is green or not, which answer is correct, green, red, or what. So what we can do is we can define one variable const special class. So class name, special class name, and it will show answers Like if the show answer is true, then only it will go ahead. Otherwise you want nothing. Okay, and inside this we will check if answer equal to correct answer, then only show whether it is green or not. So green button, and then otherwise that will be red button. And inside this class name, what we can do is let's give it a string literal, and after normal button, what we can do is we can define this special class name here. I hope you understood what I did over here. So this will create two classes. So in this, whenever this true answers will be true, then special class name will be applied. So based on the answer whether it is correct or not, this green button or red button will come. And now we have to basically tell what is the function of green button and red button class in our app.css. So inside this green button, what we can do is dot green button. We are just gonna change the name of the color. Oh, sorry, we are just gonna set the property of color as green text, and also color will become red instead of green. Again, it will become red. So yeah, let's just see. Just yeah. So next question. Yeah. So it's working now. Let's also style this next question. I think I misspelled it. Next question. Yeah. And also yeah, here, and then go to app.css. Let's sorry, the next question, and let's give it a background color of white, and then with 200 pixel, and then adding 8 pixel, and then font weight of bold, and border radius 10 pixel. Save it, and you can see if I just click on anything, the next question is coming. Cool. But also I want this hovering effect. So what we can do is next question over, then give it a background color of transparent, and color of hashtag 61DASB, and its border in 4 pixel solid white, and outline 50. Let's save it and check. Cool. Also, let me just remove border. Yeah. If I click on next question, yeah, working fine. So this is how we build our app. If you have any questions, then please mention in the comment, and thank you for watching.